Enoch was 65 years old when he became the father of Methuselah. After Methuselah's birth, Enoch walked closely with God, serving him faithfully and turning away from the evil ways of men. Enoch's heart was devoted to God's teachings, and he became deeply knowledgeable in God's wisdom. He withdrew from society for many years to focus on learning and understanding. After many years of prayer and devotion, while he was in his house praying, an angel called to Enoch from heaven. Enoch answered, "Here I am." The angel said, "Rise up and leave your house. Go out among the people and teach them the ways of God and the work they must do to live according to his will." Enoch obeyed, leaving his hidden retreat and going to the people. He gathered them together and shared God's teachings with them. Enoch made a public proclamation, saying, "Anyone who desires to learn God's ways and do good works, come to Enoch." Many people came to Enoch, eager to hear his wisdom. Enoch became a leader among them, and they bowed to him, receiving his teachings. God's Spirit was upon Enoch, and he taught the people the wisdom of God, guiding them in his ways. The people followed God throughout Enoch's life, coming to learn from him. Kings and rulers from all around, hearing of Enoch's wisdom, came to him, bowed before him, and requested that he rule over them, to which Enoch agreed. In total, 130 kings and princes gathered and made Enoch their king. All were under his rule and authority. Enoch taught the people knowledge, wisdom, and God's ways. He brought peace among the people, and peace reigned on earth during his lifetime. Enoch ruled for 243 years, ensuring justice and righteousness among his people, guiding them in the ways of the Lord. Enoch had 3 sons, Methuselah, Elisha, and Elimelech. His daughters were Milcah and Naamah. Methuselah lived 87 years before becoming the father of Lamech. In the 56th year of Lamech's life, Adam died at the age of. His sons, along with Enoch and Methuselah, buried him with great honor, as was done for kings, in the cave that God had shown him. The mourning for Adam was great, and all the people wept. This mourning became a lasting custom among the people. Adam's death was the result of his sin, as he ate from the tree of knowledge, bringing death to himself and his descendants, just as God had warned. In the year of Adam's death, the 243rd year of Enoch's reign, Enoch decided to separate himself from the people to focus solely on serving God. Although Enoch withdrew from the people, he did not completely isolate himself. He spent 3 days in seclusion, then returned for 1 day to teach the people. For 3 days, Enoch prayed and praised God in his chamber, and on the day he appeared to the people, he answered all their questions about the Lord. Enoch continued this pattern for many years, hiding himself for 6 days and appearing to the people on the 7th day. Over time, he reduced his visits to once a month, and then once a year. Eventually, the kings and princes longed to see him again, but they were too afraid to approach him because of the awe that surrounded him. The kings and princes decided to gather the people together, hoping that Enoch would come out to speak to them when he appeared. When Enoch appeared, they bowed before him and praised him, calling out, "May the king live." After some time, while the kings and people were gathered with Enoch, teaching them, an angel from heaven called to Enoch, inviting him to ascend to heaven and reign over the sons of God, just as he had reigned over the people on earth. When Enoch heard this, he gathered the people, teaching them wisdom and knowledge, and preparing them for his departure. He told them, "I have been called to heaven, but I do not know when that will be." Enoch promised to continue teaching them as long as he could, giving them wisdom and guidance on how to live righteously on earth. Enoch spent time with the people, instructing them in God's ways, and helping them understand eternal life. He worked to maintain peace among them. While Enoch was teaching, a great horse descended from heaven. The people saw it and told Enoch, who explained that the horse had come because the time had come for him to leave, and he would no longer be seen by them. The horse descended and stood before Enoch, and all who were with him saw it. Enoch then proclaimed, "Anyone who wishes to learn the ways of God, come to me before I am taken away." The people gathered around Enoch one last time. The kings, princes, and all the people stayed with him as he taught them, urging them to follow God's ways throughout their lives. Enoch then mounted the horse and began his journey. The people followed him for one day's journey. On the second day, Enoch told them to return to their homes, warning them that they might die if they continued, but many refused to turn back and followed him for another 6 days. On the 6th day, some people chose to stay with him, saying, "We will follow you to the end. Only death will separate us from you." Enoch, seeing their determination, did not speak further, and they continued to follow him. When the kings returned, they ordered a census to find out how many had remained with Enoch. On the 7th day, Enoch ascended into heaven in a whirlwind, accompanied by horses and chariots of fire. On the 8th day, the kings sent messengers to the place where Enoch had ascended, seeking to know what had happened to those who had followed him. They found the place covered with snow and large stones. They searched, thinking the men might have perished, but they found no trace of them. Enoch had been taken up into heaven. Characters. Enoch, known for his extraordinary closeness to God, Enoch is one of only 2 individuals in biblical tradition, the other being Elijah, who are described as ascending to heaven without experiencing death. Genesis, smiley face. Methuselah, Enoch's son, who later became the longest living human in the Bible, living years. Genesis, smiley face. Lamech, Methuselah's son and the father of Noah, who built the ark and survived the flood. The cave likely refers to the cave of Machpelah, located in present-day Hebron, believed to be the burial place of Adam and many patriarchs. Tree of knowledge, the tree in the Garden of Eden whose fruit brought the knowledge of good and evil and led to humanity's fall. Genesis, smiley face. Chariots of fire, similar imagery is found in the story of Elijah's ascent to heaven. Kings, smiley face, symbolizing divine power and glory. Snow and stones, the sudden appearance of snow and stones could symbolize purification and the divine separation between heaven and earth.